Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm going to make it very quick today. It is the end of the day. I'm getting ready to go home, and I thought to do a quick video. I started learning how to code, and today I'm going to talk to you about how I am learning how to code. I'll be posting the progress here, and if I ever quit, I don't think I will, but if I ever quit, I will let you know why I quit and what led to my decision. Reason why I'm learning how to code is simply because one, I am curious. I want to know what goes on for everything that we're seeing. I feel like it makes sense. Things will make more sense. I've been in cybersecurity for a while, and I feel like if I do know how to code, it's not required, but I think it will make life easier. I will move forward, and anyway, one time I was given a task to do, and I did it perfectly, but it took longer. And then our senior security engineer was like, "Oh, do you know how to code?" And I'm like, "No." I said no to that answer, and he did recommend that I start to learn how to code, only because even though what I did was great, it took too long, and that if I had any coding skills, it would have been it would have cut the time to half. And then he also mentioned that life will be way easier if I know how to code, if I knew how to code. Plus, I had been entertaining that idea of learning how to code. I think I will enjoy it. And so I took that advice. That was just like a push, and I took that advice and said, I am going to learn how to code. So this is really to document the journey and any obstacles that I'll go through. The way I am learning how to code is, first of all, learning what programming is. I don't want to start any language. When it comes to programming languages, there's Python, there's C, there's Scratch, there's R, there's C++, there's Java, and there's JavaScript. I didn't know. I just heard Java and I thought it was the same thing, but there's Java, there's JavaScript, there's Perl, so many. And I feel like by the time I am done coding, there will be 2 or 3 more. So I want to say what I am doing. So I started by downloading Python because it was so common. There were so many resources, and I became confused very quickly. I became very confused. I want to say like the first class. And when I say class, I took a class online. I'm not going to pay for any coding or any programming until is the only option. I feel like there's so many resources that I want to do the free ones first. Anyway, so I downloaded Python. I got confused very quickly. This was like earlier this year, and then I quit. I don't want to say I quit. I just dropped it. But my heart and my soul keeps going back to learn coding. So I decided, you know what, maybe I'll learn R. And then I started researching about R, because with Python, I didn't even research. I knew Python was a programming language, so I just downloaded it and thought I was going to learn it. So when I started researching R, I realized, okay, people are saying that R is not that easy, and people recommended Python. So I went back to Python. And I wasn't going anywhere. Then I went to Perl. And then, so I was wasting a lot of time quitting. And I took a break again. I took a break again and decided to not just go straight to a programming language, but just do my research and start from why I even need coding. What is coding? What is programming? And that's what I'm doing. And now everything that I didn't understand in my introductory class for Python began to make sense. So that's how I'm learning to code. I am going to the basics, the history, what is programming. And when we say we are coding, what are we really doing? Like if the instructor shows you how to do hello world, what does it mean? And so now it's beginning to make sense. And I used free coding camp online, free code camp on YouTube. I subscribe to them, and it's tons of information, beginner information. And then I joined a lot of, I will link everything below. This is obviously not sponsored. So free information online, so many of them. So I have done the step one of knowing what programming is, what's the essence of programming, and what does it mean to code, and why do we need it, and what happens when you code. And now I am ready to do the next step, is to learn Python. I'm still going to start with Python, yes, because I feel like I have invested in all the confusions already. So I have invested a little bit of time in it, and so I'm going to start with Python. And again, I am going to document my journey. So stay tuned, subscribe, and watch me learn how to code. I am so excited now that I know what programming is, what coding is. I am so excited to be an expert. But patience is virtue. So join me in this journey and let's learn. And if you're learning coding, please put your suggestions below, and I will do well to follow them. I am very curious, and my parents say that there's so many different ways to scan a cat. That sounds cruel now, but so thank you. Join all my social media handles. They are all Worklifecyber, and let's do this coding thing.